Hey everybody. Oh, clearing. It's not broken, don't worry. Okay, I'm giggling because when I'm shuffling over here right now, all I'm hearing is, do those divine masculines think they're going to come into union with their counterpart? Like today, what are their thoughts on it? Do they believe that they're going to come into a romantic relationship with their counterpart? Do the masculines feel that way? Let's light a candle. Let's see what the cards say. Do the masculines think they are going to be coming into union with their divine counterpart? Okay. Oh, wow. They don't know. They don't know. So this is really interesting because this is the revelation. This is the great reveal. And it's in the reverse. So divine masculines, and we get the card of blockage. So the divine masculines also don't know if that's going to happen in these connections. Divine feminines, so you're not alone. We also get, well, I'm sure going to give it my best shot kind of energy here with laying a foundation, investing, tending to the development of this, and then trying to keep the emotions in check. So divine masculines are, I just also heard doing the self-improvement work, because this card often represents the old version of the masculines, the guarded, the armored version, and then this, oh, little Minnie. That's my cat squirrel. I call her little Minnie. This grounded with the red root chakra version that's not guarded, doesn't have the helmet on, is guaranteed the win, doesn't need the protection because they've come into it. So divine masculines are doing the work to be this best version of themselves. And emotional transparency is part of that. So let's see for the divine masculines watching who aren't sure whether they're going to come into union or not. What is it that we can look at for support? Simultaneity, nonlinear processing, and epiphany. So this would imply that both are coming to these epiphanies simultaneously and along the path of the journey. Okay, so let's see what the divine masculines need to know most at this time. We get union. We get the Four of Wands with the Empress in case we needed more clarification. This is also the card of abundance. So everything coming in at once, coalescing into the highest timelines. What do the masculines need to know? It's on the way. This new beginning is on the way. This is my card of 6 months when I get the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And so I'm getting this next cycle is going to be a 6-month cycle. Okay, I can already hear everybody saying, how come you keep saying it's going to be 6 months, another 6 months, another 6 months? Things revolve in cycles. It's not an easy undertaking to help shift the whole consciousness of the planet, people. These are deep generational paradigms and traditions and ways of looking at things in separation mentality, in conflict, lack, so many different gender roles or misconceptions about what healthy relationship needs to be and look like. Every cycle has its own progress. They're not all the same. They relate to different themes, different contexts, different stages of development. It's a tandem effort, and it takes a while to play out in real time because all of the choices, all of the thoughts, all of the actions have to do with each cycle of consciousness lived by real people in real time, channeling this into the world. I sometimes see the generations of human beings as like a wave that the divine is channeled through. It's like the threshold of creation onto the planet. It's like the divine surfs waves of generations with all the changes that come in. The river of life. So everybody open up to being right where you are in gratitude for where you're at on the journey. There's no destination. This is part of it. This is the work that flows through us. If you are trying to get somewhere, you're missing the journey. This is about embracing the journey. This is about living now. This is about being fully alive now. This is not about getting somewhere, but it gets better and better the more here you are. So I would say in that context, divine masculines are needing to know that abundance and union are here now. It's all in how you look at it. The Five of Swords is the card of free will. It's a perpetual becoming. So just as divine feminines need to know this, so do divine masculines. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Someone's going to find that very funny. And enjoy the ride. This is the fun part. Enjoy it. What advice can we see for the divine feminines that just saw that divine masculine message? Chakra Kabbalah, spiritual path, life lessons, karma. It's all part of it. This is the state of grace. We're always learning. We're always vibing. We're always living. And that's the path. It came through a little while ago. We're not measuring time in minutes and seconds anymore, but in releases and acceptances. So we're going along on this spiritual path. And spiritual strength, virtue, and valor. This is the new muscle we're flexing, is the spiritual muscles. This is the new where it's at. We're no longer embedded in the 3D. We're looking at this energetic picture of reality. So keep surfing that wave. All right, let's get into divine masculine reading. So what are the beautiful divine masculines? There's that King of Cups again. So there might be a lot of emotional balancing, experiencing, processing. Today, acceptance I'm hearing. So beautiful divine masculines have feelings too, and you deserve to experience. You're justified in every emotion you're having, divine masculines. Let it flow, let it be. Okay, here's a dadism. My dad once said to me, sometimes you've got to go with the flow and sometimes you've got to let the flow go. Divine masculines, let the flow go if you need to. Okay, what can we see? Divine masculines, how are the DMs thinking of these connections? How are they thinking of their divine counterpart? How are they feeling on the heart space for these connections? How are they feeling on the heart space for their divine counterpart? I just saw Awakening with the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. Just saying. And what are the divine masculines wishing for their own lives and in the lives or in their connections with their divine feminines? What are they doing in their own right? And wow, I'm getting union and just fell on the floor. The 1111 card again. Oh, and the Ace of Cups again. Lots of love and union today. All over this reading. I like it. What are the divine masculines doing towards their own lives and that will lead them closer to union? I'm feeling a little bit goofy. Like, maybe it's Sugar Rush. Maybe not. I haven't had that much Halloween. Look at that! 1111 union on this deck too. That's the third deck we're getting union. Okay, it's not just a sugar rush. It's definitely something in the air. Divine masculines are being goofy about union today, like literally having fun with it rather than making it something of a punishment. I just heard. Like, huh. Okay, let's see where we go with this. What's the biggest challenge, spirit guided solution, and direction in the near future? So what are the DMs thinking about these connections today? Justice and Queen of Wands. Well, we just did a Divine Feminine reading that talks about the Divine Feminines continuing to not try and put the 2 cups of love in the picture yet, when there's 2 more pentacles in the 10 of Pentacles to establish in the Divine Feminine's own right. I say all that because this is my Queen of Wands, Divine Feminine, and when she comes out in the reverse, I always think glow up, like the Divine Feminine's ready to do another glow up. So it's almost like a little bit more time to percolate here. Divine Masculines are thinking it's becoming justified here, but there's still something that the Divine Feminines are needing to go through. So this can be karmic cleanup. This can be coming into one's own empowerment. So if your divine counterpart knows of any legal matters, any time limits, any time frames, financial considerations, career considerations, all of that, karmic cleanup, they're thinking about where you're at on that process and that it's not quite justifiable yet to kick this off. They are having to exude so much mastery over wanting to rush in. They want it to be, I just heard melting in, like smelting in this fire, like the heat, the passion, the melting. So for some, there's this desire to really wait until they can lose themselves in you for a little while, Divine Feminine, until things are balanced out. The passion is too great not to wait. Oh great, we're doing the rhyming thing again. Okay, so what are the Divine Masculines? Pardon me, I'm arguing with my inner, never mind. That part was Sugar Rush. Curses, Twizzlers. Okay. Just kidding, no curses. Okay, what are the masculines thinking of their Divine Feminine? Okay, they don't know if Divine Feminine, it's like waited too long, walking away. 8 of Cups is walking away from things, and it's like they don't know if you think they've walked away, or if they think you've walked away, or there's just this limitation, this boundary that seems to be playing with everybody right now. Like, when is enough enough? When is too much too much? How elastic is this connection? It's like a strange voyeurism here. Like, they've suddenly seen the gamut, the ringer that this connection's gone through, and they're like, is there anything that can make my divine counterpart snap? Anything that can trigger this person? Is there anything that they can't deal with? Whoa. It's like, talk about ride or die, bomb proof, in it for the long haul, for better or worse, good times and bad, sickness and in health. There's just like robo feminine. The Divine Masculines can't see any weakness in you, Divine Feminine. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like, even when you don't know things, even when you think they're gone, you are you. You're the same. How interesting. So they're seeing you dealing with a lot of things, Divine Feminines, and knowing that you've got it on your own. And then when it comes to your connection, they can't see any times where you have dropped the ball energetically or otherwise here. I'm hearing impeccable. That's a big statement. I'm kind of curious about what the masculines feel emotionally about that. I know we're going to get into it, but I'm pulling a card. Well, home is where the heart is, just got knocked off the pile there. So they might think that has something to do with it, that you just can't deny certain things. But what are the masculines feeling about this regarding the feminines? Wow, deep love. So literally, they're understanding what love is and home. That's really beautiful. Okay, that's on the conscious mind again. So what can we see for the divine masculines' feelings on the heart space about the connection? And there's that unconditional love, the knowing. They know that you have done your best. I just heard that you have always communicated your truth. She's on the edge, like, just try me. So they know there's nothing. It's like, bring it on. There's nothing they can say or do that can move you from your seat of truth. They know it's the real deal, I just heard. Five of Orbs, this is the free will. They haven't always been so sure. And oh, they are admitting that they have tested this inside and out. Just because. What did I just hear? I just heard, just because when you come across something anomalous, you have to poke and prod it just to see what the heck it is. If you've never seen it before, how will you know? That's kind of this mad scientist approach the divine masculines have been utilizing. But guess what, divine feminines? It's infallible. They see that you know what you're talking about. And just let anybody try to tell you otherwise. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space for their feminine? They know beyond a shadow of a doubt there's a transformation occurring. They can feel it with every cell of their body, I just heard. Two of Orbs. There's a blockage here, though. There's something that's coming in the way of actually communicating about this in the 3D. So if you're in communication, there is something the masculines just can't quite put their words to at this point. There seems to be some kind of a crossroads at this time. Let's get some clarifiers. What is this crossroads? Something about when pigs fly, the impossibility of this love being Wathu, the Queen of Wands. This is the developmental stage because we're still not have Queen of Wands in the upright. She came out neutral. So there's still something about the transition, the transformation that's happening, and too many people being involved. This can be on either side, divine masculine or feminine. So some dynamics, people, circumstances are still making this situation feel a little intangible. And there's still a crossroads, but it's a growing, transforming, forward moving energy here, despite it being a bit uncertain and feeling like not sure. Things are starting to be revealed. There's some nudity here, so there's a little okay, I'm laughing because I heard a little nipple slip. That's what's going on in the card. But so there's a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of a risque, like, oops, like something could have been found out. So, so something about your connection could have become seen, heard. Divine masculines might have been questioned, or a little bit of something about your connection slipped out. That's giving them this feeling it might not be the end of the world if your connection was more recognized for what it is. And this is giving them the feeling like it's becoming safe to bring this out into common knowledge, that things are changing. The world's changing, the paradigms are changing, their family and friends are changing, their karmic situations are changing. All of it's undergoing this massive change. And Little bits of information are leaking out, I just heard. Huh. The divine masculines are feeling a bit more confident in all of this. It's reminding me again of the eclipse energies that are taking the fear out of the public recognition of these connections. What are the masculines wishing for in their own lives right now? 10 of Pentacles. They're not talking to anybody about this, but they're really looking at what the future, a more inspired long-term future plan. Many of them had very established, set in stone types of goals. That's been turned upside down by these connections. They're not really talking to anybody directly about it, but they are looking at alternatives, compromises, changes of plans. Oh, I just heard them say, thank goodness I've invested in the path I thought I was going in, because now I have something that can translate to where I'm actually going. Right, ascension. The 7 of Cups in this deck is next level, leveling up. The spiral helix, the DNA, it's unconditional love coming in and augmenting every level of action, existence, thought. And so it totally comes from within and transforms the 3D plans, brings a more spiritual, energetic life to it, and transmutes it into something incredibly next level. So divine masculines are seeing that they've been preparing for their highest timelines all of their lives. They just didn't realize that it could be so next level with someone like you, divine feminine, with the things they thought they were preparing, taking on a whole new life and context and meaning through this new, more energetic interpretation. Whew, it's quite a lot to channel. So talk about why is it taking some time. Look at the dimensional shifts that are going on. It's rethinking entire trajectories for one's life, putting it in whole new context, opening up to much more meaning. That takes a while to say, this domino effect influences me here, and if that is true, then this now shifts. All of it. Okay, so what next? What are they wishing for these connections? Yeah, it's going to be a good day when the too many people, places, and things that are not in alignment with where these connections are going are released. There's that. This is not supposed to be in the reverse. We get the 6 months card. This is that Ace of Pentacles. These cards are not supposed to be in the reverse, and yet that's just telling me as a reader that it meant 6 months. This next 6 months is really going to be seeing the release of all the extra energies or feeling the effects of the release of that sinking in. So there's no more looking over the shoulder wondering if those things are going to come back to be inconvenient. It's enough of a passage now that things are actually going to start coming into the physical. The changes, the foundation, so that it will be seen in broad daylight. It's like this whole